Hey guys, what's up my friends? This is Martin446 today with a very special DVD review. We will having a look at the most unchild friendly, in my opinion at least, the most unchild friendly horror film that has been made in the Netherlands, Sint. Why I will do this review? Because a few things. Yesterday, I at least, and maybe some other people, we celebrate our Parkhouse evening. I will later come into it. Actually, today is the official day of Parkhouse evening, of the tradition of Sinterklaas in my country. So yesterday I got this DVD, and this movie is a very scary version of that tradition called Sinterklaas. Yes, very different than all the others. Very different than Friday the 13th. Probably, I think people in the USA never heard about this movie. And but one thing I have to say, this is probably one of the most popular horror films in the Netherlands or Belgium that has been made in several years, because we actually in the Netherlands we celebrate the Sinterklaas tradition in my country. Maybe some other countries, I don't know, but previous year in November this movie came out in the theaters, and if you remember my talking about the month of November from the previous year, I talked about this movie, and yeah, I talked kind of my opinions about that movie, and I finally, since yesterday, got it on DVD. It actually came out in October 2011. I don't know why, maybe due to the fact of the tradition of Sinterklaas going somewhere, but yeah, the horror movie, a horror movie of a very popular person in the Netherlands. Awesome. Me, horror lover, and the traditions in my country, I always grew up, and a horror movie of that is very neat. And yes, I think in the USA or maybe in UK, the United Kingdom, this movie is called Saint instead of Sint. It is a Dutch movie. This movie is made in the Netherlands, so the actors are Dutch, and the back read up is Dutch. I actually can show you some pictures right here. This is when he came in, I think in the hospital right there. This is this movie has taken place in Amsterdam, the main city in the Netherlands. Or it's I'm sorry, really sorry for that. But Amsterdam, the biggest city in my country, the most memorable ones. There he's got a boy with the gun when he's walking in the streets of Amsterdam, and but yeah, where is Sinterklaas and Sint all about? Well, actually, you can actually see right here. He's kind of similar to Santa Claus, being the fact he has the red collar and kinds of stuff. This particular guy has a different thing. He has a staff and a mitre, or a sort of a crown right there. And he has a coat right there, and he always rides on his horse. He does kind of the same thing like Santa Claus. On Christmas Day, he is going with his horse and his kind of with his with his assistants, going to houses and give you presents and kinds of stuff. Kind of the same like Christmas, but if you really want to get in Sinterklaas, you have to ask Dutch people and kinds of stuff. But I'm actually sitting here to talk about the movie Sint, the horror version of this particular tradition. So let's begin the review. Of course, I'm gonna show you first the DVD. Of course, I will talk about the front. I have to say, I love the front. I love the poster right here. I always love the poster. It is a very menacing background. You actually see the full moon right there. Some very much snow in the background. And you actually see his horse right there. The horse has seen better days. Right there. And you got actually there a very, very creepy picture of him. Sinterklaas himself in evil version. Very, 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 very creepy. And I also like this. I like the letter font right there. The director of this movie is called Dick Maas. Very different than like James Cameron or all kinds of stuff. But this movie isn't as popular if compared to the whole world. I'm sorry, if compared to Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, and all kinds of stuff. This isn't also a very big budget movie. It has some shots which are nice in my opinion. The blood effects are nice as well, but of course in the present time we always use the CGI and the computer effects kind of thing, which many people hate. In Sint it is actually pretty good. I have seen worse though, if compared to of those very cheesy B movies. But I have to say. It isn't the best horror film if you compare it to Friday the 13th of kinds of stuff, but this is such an awesome movie. It's if you have two words to compare a movie like this, it's like a USA version. It's Santa Claus corrupts an ex and kills people. That kind of stuff. I mean, I love this movie. I absolutely love this movie. Yes. It doesn't really at some point make sense, so kind of stuff, but the whole idea, the whole genre of this movie was just made outstanding, and that's one thing I just loved about the movie. The acting was very fun to watch. Some of the points I loved I laughed very much. Of course, I was in the theater, not very hard, but I laughed pretty much. The acting is very funny, if I have to say. But again, the whole idea, the whole genre was done so cool, and some scenes are kind of making sense again. But the movie is put in my opinion really well. Well, I'm sorry that I fell, but in this movie there's also very much gore, blood, and kinds of stuff. Very much going on. Spoilers around here. At the beginning, there is a guy that puts a shovel through someone's head. There is a scene when Sint is attacking with his staff and someone's head is falling off. There's stabbing, there's sliced necks, and very cool. I'm sorry, I said sliced necks. Cuts in the throat and kind of stuff, and all those blood just going around. And yes, this movie wasn't a big budget movie. It wasn't a big budget movie. Some of the CGI was going on, but this movie was great. I have to say, this movie was great. If you never live in the Netherlands, I highly suggest to pick up this movie. If you like horror movies, and if you like traditions in the Netherlands, you already should have watched this movie. And again, I loved it. And yes, in the USA and outside the world, it's pretty hard to get it. In the USA and outside the world, it's called Saint with a A-E. And but I hope it's English language, because this movie, which I got right here, is whole Dutch, no English whatsoever. But again, great movie. If you see this movie somewhere in the stores, yes, it isn't everybody's cup of tea. It isn't the same like Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street. But at least if you try to do something new, give this a watch. If you do like horror movies and you want something new, well, the actual genre is the same. But The whole idea is different. If you like try something new, you definitely need to try this guy right here. Sint, I highly suggest you to pick up this movie. In my opinion, it was a fantastic movie, a very funny movie to watch. And there was again a video from Martin 446, and I wish also everybody in the Netherlands a very happy Parkles evening. And I'll see you guys next time, guys. Bye.